King Harris has been arrested after not appearing in court and some other things connected.
Got a minor request. Hope everybody having a phenomenal morning. Got a small request, man. Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas? His ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep that shit up.
Fame, family, and a rap dynasty, it should have been King Harris's golden ticket. But instead of living the dream, T.I.'s son is now trapped in a jailhouse nightmare. Today, we're diving into the terrifying message King just sent from behind bars, one that has fans questioning if it's aimed at his father or a desperate cry for help. From online flexing to public meltdowns, violent clashes, and now lockup, King's story has spiraled from privilege to chaos in record time.
You just set this down right here. Dude, step out for me. Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for me. All right, right now you're just being detained. You're not under arrest.
This wasn't just a scuffle. Reports say the moment chaos broke out, it looked more like a scene ripped from a gangland movie than a correctional facility. King was cornered in his block, and the eruption that followed forced guards to rush in as the whole tier spiraled out of control. His face was swollen, his body barely moving, and for a terrifying moment, no one knew if he'd even get up.
It is a nice car. Yeah, they don't, if it's just weed smell in the car, they don't like you to use the dog, because then there's already PC to go in the car, and they have other reasons,
But here's where things twist darker. This wasn't random. Whispers inside the walls claim the whole thing was set up in advance, a carefully staged ambush designed to send a message. Why? Because King Harris wasn't just another inmate. He was the son of T.I., a name heavy with history, privilege, and controversy. Inside those walls, that made him a walking target.
Got a minor request. Hope everybody having a phenomenal morning. Got a small request, man. Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas? His ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep that shit up.
Some insiders say it was payback for his flashy behavior. King had been posting on social media even while inside, still trying to live like he was the star of the yard. To older inmates, that was seen as arrogance, and arrogance doesn't last long when respect is the only currency. Others suggest it was bigger than attitude, that his famous last name was a curse, one that painted him as a symbol for resentment and a pawn in power plays far beyond his control. Whatever the reason, the aftermath is undeniable. King was left shaken, rattled, and unrecognizable from the confident persona he had flexed online. And while the prison tries to downplay it, nobody's buying the routine story. This was a calculated strike, and it's got the Harris family spiraling into panic mode.
Pull up on Drewski, Funny, come on. Funny, come on. Come on, Funny. I gotta go put up on this nigga talking about he's standing on business in Atlanta, shooting a video. I gotta go tell him, like, we really got a CEO standing on business in Atlanta. That's just me. I put that shit on the map, you hear me?
Behind the glossy exterior of the Harris dynasty, cracks are spreading faster than ever. T.I. and Tiny are no strangers to chaos lawsuits, scandals, viral meltdowns. They've survived it all. But this time, insiders say the unity that once defined them is snapping under pressure. Sources close to the couple describe late-night arguments so heated they shake the walls. Tiny reportedly wants to focus on painting King as the victim of a broken system, appealing to public sympathy and press allies. T.I., on the other hand, is going full general, calling politicians, pulling strings, threatening to expose everything wrong inside Georgia's correctional system if his son isn't protected. Two completely different strategies. One, fragile family.
Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, Tip used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the fight.
You cried like a baby to go to your grandmama's house.
Every day.
You used to hold your breath
Every
and
day.
throw tantrums to go over there.
I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be.
Their famous bond, once showcased on Family Hustle, now looks like a battlefield. Tiny blames the system and outside influences. T.I. blames lack of discipline and poor choices. Each side sees the other as the reason their son is trapped in this spiral. And their arguments? Explosive. But it doesn't end with the parents. The rest of the Harris kids are being dragged into the mess too. Old rumors about family feuds, messy paternity disputes, and long-buried scandals are crawling back into the spotlight. The Harris name, once a symbol of success and resilience, is now a trending hashtag for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, bro, then they got this fucking go to jail van in the back. Man, fuck no. Bro, what they think I'm Pablo Escobar?
Pause real quick, because if this is how wild the this is, imagine what's coming next. Hit that subscribe button now, so you don't end up hearing about the next Harris meltdown secondhand. One insider put it bluntly, this is worse than lawsuits, worse than reality TV fallout. This is survival. And while T.I. hasn't slept in days, reportedly making calls to anyone with a sliver of influence, Tiny is running her own war room with publicists and allies. But no amount of spin can erase the truth their family dynasty is trembling. And if they can't get on the same page soon, the fallout could tear more than their public image apart. The whispers inside Georgia's prison system are chilling. This wasn't about a petty fight or a test of toughness. It was a setup, weeks in the making. Some inmates allegedly plotted to corner King, humiliate him, and make an example out of him. Others claim it was retaliation for a contraband deal gone sideways, the kind of behind-bars hustle where one broken promise can cost you everything. And here's the kicker. Surveillance cameras that should have caught the whole thing suddenly went dark. The Department of Corrections insists it was a technical glitch, but nobody's buying that excuse. Not when King just happened to be lured to a specific corner at the exact moment the system failed. As one former Georgia inmate explained, cameras break when they need to break. Translation: somebody wanted this unseen. But why King? Some say it was his endless flexing, still acting like a star even in prison, when most men are just trying to survive the day. Others insist it was personal, fueled by jealousy over his privilege and the infamous scandals attached to his parents. And then there's the darker theory, that King's last name itself made him a bargaining chip. In prison, taking down a celebrity isn't just about one person. It's about sending a message to everyone else.
I don't post. Y'all ain't never seen me post never in life. I don't even own a that say you be around Tootie a lot. You gonna be taking some licks. Ooh shit. I'm not that.
What makes it even uglier is how King's own behavior may have played a part. He was warned to tone it down, to stop hyping himself as Atlanta's next legend behind bars. But he didn't listen. And when you ignore the unwritten rules of survival, you paint a target on your back. Now, insiders are calling this a calculated hit, one meant not just to humble King, but to break him. And the chilling part? Many believe this wasn't the end, just the opening move in a much larger game.
Y'all get ready. It's time to stand on business. I ain't created, but I'm the one that got everybody saying it, you hear me? I ain't created. I'd be a lie if I say I created it. That shit's been on, years and years. Nigga.
The second news broke. The internet did what it always does, turned chaos into content. Twitter exploded with hashtags, TikTok flooded with memes, and Instagram lives turned into digital town halls where everyone suddenly became an expert on prison survival. Some fans were genuinely worried, posting prayers and tributes for King. Others, ruthless, mocking him with captions like, "The real world finally showed up," or "All that flexing? For what?" The divide is fascinating. On one side, supporters argue, King is just a young man caught in a dangerous system, a victim of fame turned into a target. On the other side, critics say this is the inevitable crash after years of acting tougher than reality could support. To them, this isn't tragedy, it's karma playing out on the main stage. But here's the kicker. The frenzy online is making things worse for the Harris family. Every meme, every viral clip, every breaking rumor only fuels the storm. Even casual fans are digging up old clips like that infamous Falcons game where T.I. had to put King in a headlock during a heated argument and re-editing them as proof that this meltdown was inevitable. The Harris family's pain has become internet entertainment. And while T.I. and Tiny scramble behind the scenes, they can't stop the avalanche of public commentary. Social media doesn't wait for facts, it builds its own story. And right now, that story is King Harris as the poster child for a privileged fall from grace. It's a spectacle that keeps trending because drama sells. And the internet doesn't care if it's destroying a family in the process. For fans scrolling on their phones, this isn't survival. It's a show.
What you want to do? What you want to take pictures? You from here?
Yeah, I'm from here. Yeah, I'm from here.
All right, so
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, bro?
Let's go.
Putting your head around me, talking out your ass like you want to do something. What's up, bro?
Oh, Lord.
What's up, bro?
Nothing.
What? Relax or what?
Nothing.
Or what? Or what?
Nothing.
Or what? Because you just tried me like a hoe, nigga.
This could be a good one.
Keep out your business, my nigga. Keep out your business.
I think he wants you to peel.
For years, the Harris name meant resilience. T.I. was the self-made hustler turned rap king. Tiny was the balancing force, the matriarch who kept the machine running. Together, they built a dynasty with reality shows, music, and a family brand that felt bulletproof. But now, that bulletproof image is splintering in real time. Behind closed doors, friends say T.I. and Tiny are at each other's throats. Tiny's soft approach, let's humanize King, let's show the world he's a victim of a broken system, clashes with T.I.'s iron-fisted strategy of pulling strings, cutting deals, and forcing outcomes. Their once united front now looks like two separate war rooms, each convinced the other is making everything worse.
Cause he can suck and pacify over there. He was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify. He was 12 years old. He couldn't do that in the house.
He cried like a baby. Hold his breath.
Yeah.
But the damage isn't just in their marriage. The entire Harris legacy is under fire. Old scandals, the kind fans thought were long buried, are being dragged back to the surface. Those trafficking rumors, the messy lawsuits, the reality TV backlash, all of it is being stitched together by online detectives into one chaotic timeline that paints the Harris family as a dynasty built on drama and deception.
Right. King had he was basically saying that he went through a lot of struggles.
Right. Even the younger Harris kids are being sucked into the whirlwind. Every move they make, every photo they post, is dissected under the harsh light of speculation. What should be a private crisis has turned into a public referendum on the family's entire history. And that's the real danger here. Not just what's happening inside those prison walls, but what's happening outside of them. Every headline, every whisper, every resurfaced rumor chips away at a legacy that once felt untouchable. And if things keep spiraling, the Harris empire might not just be cracking, it could collapse.
Shitting all over his memory because he's famous. And you're doing it for what? So you can be famous. You're famous because your daddy's famous.
The chilling truth, this isn't over. Insiders warn the chaos inside is far from finished. If King makes it through this ordeal, the question is whether he can survive the next setup. Because in that world, one bad move can spark a domino effect that no amount of family fame can stop. T.I. is said to be pulling every string, threatening to leak details about prison conditions, dangling checks, whispering promises. Tiny is reportedly leaning on media allies to spin King as a victim, trying to soften public perception. Two completely different strategies, one desperate goal, keeping their son safe. But each strategy carries risk. Show too much power, you spark resentment from inmates who see him as protected. Show too much weakness, you invite more chaos from those who see him as vulnerable. That's the gamble. Survival inside isn't about who your father is or how many followers you've got. It's about alliances, silence, and respect. And those are currencies King never had to earn on the outside. Now, every step he takes could either buy him breathing room or push him deeper into the storm. Meanwhile, the family's fight is spilling into the culture at large. Fans debate whether King is a cautionary tale, proof of what happens when privilege collides with reality, or whether he's just the unlucky pawn in a system that eats the vulnerable alive. Some call it karma. Others call it conspiracy. A few even whisper destiny. But one thing is undeniable. King Harris has become the symbol of a brutal reality check. Fame doesn't shield you, money doesn't always save you, and family legacy doesn't bend the rules of survival. The Harris empire is staring down its hardest test yet, and the world is watching, waiting to see if this is the beginning of their downfall or the start of an unthinkable redemption arc. Is this his collapse or the birth of a redemption story no one saw coming? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the next explosive chapter.